If it looks like I just got out of the shower, it's because me and Jameson just sat down here in Florida on the beach to shoot this video when it started pouring down with rain. Oh, it's nailing me. I gotta go get the bag. Stay dry. I will find you. That's what happened. So the reason I decided to do the video anyway with my wet hair and my wet t-shirt is because I'm dedicated to this video. I have a surprise for you at the end of this video that I'm very excited for because many of you won't have seen this before. I know a lot of you are newcomers to this and you haven't seen me before or you've been following me recently, so I'm very excited for you to see this. Before you do, I want to show you something that relates to the surprise at the end of the video. Recently I was in a seminar in San Diego where someone in the front row asked me a question. Now I was in the middle of answering this question when this person, Tanu her name was, she was a beautiful person, she jumped in and said something that completely could have thrown me off my game. So you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about in just a second, but I want you to watch this with the view that I know there are probably many situations in your life where something happens spontaneously and you find yourself searching for the perfect way to communicate or the right thing to say because no one wants to get that moment afterwards where they think of the perfect thing to say and the situation is already over. So you might relate to that with a boss or a colleague or even your friends and family where you really wish you'd have said the right thing. Maybe you've even felt it with a guy recently. But check out this clip. I'm excited for you to see it and afterwards I'll join you and I'll explain a couple of the learnings from it. Let's get you a microphone.
Check. All right. So my name is Tanu and my question in and around goes for attraction. I do get asked for dates, but I'm never interested in those dates. And the guys whom I'm interested in, they are never interested in me.
If you were to have a guess at it, you seem very intelligent. So if you were to have a guess at it, why do you think that they don't see you as the sexual partner, instead they see you as the friend? If you were to guess.
Okay, this is my guess. I don't have a very friendly face.
Have another guess. Because if you didn't have a friendly face, no one would want to be your bro.
Exactly, I'm their bro friend, but I'm not their girlfriend.
But why do you think that is? It's not because you don't have a friendly face.
I really don't know, Matthew. I'm not sure.
It was sort of sexy when you said Matthew. I wish you'd do that more often. I wonder, I'm sorry, did you tell me your name?
Yeah.
What was your name?
You forgot? And you said I was special, but you gave me the mic.
Maybe we should go for a beer and talk about it.
Don't you dare call me bro. I break your head, I promise.
Well, have you finished berating me in public?
No, I mean, like, I'm really here for the question of attraction because it never lasts. That's my question. It never lasts.
Well, I was just flirting with you and you shouted at me.
You forgot my name. I'm not interested suddenly.
But why did you use that opportunity to get angry with me?
No, I'm not angry with you. I'm letting you know.
We could have had such a little fun flirt right now.
You should have said my name will be whatever you want it to be.
It's a tad forward. But let's stay with you. I still need your name, if you help me.
My name's Tanu.
T-A-N-U, Tanu, okay. That energy you had with me when you were having a bit of a go at me, that's actually not bad. I just want you to channel it slightly differently. This is the thing, Tanu, there are millimeters between you getting what you're getting now and you getting everything you want. Millimeters, I promise you. I promise I know. If you had just said, you don't remember. When I said, what was your name again? If you said, you don't remember, And I said, no, I'm so sorry. And you said, I'm going to tell you, but you better make that up to me. All right? Now we have tension. Can you see how tiny the difference is between the two? One of them, I feel shouted at. The other one, I'm like, oh, I'll make it up to you. We'll figure out a way. So, a tiny difference. So when I say you're millimeters off, I'm not saying that to encourage you. I'm not saying it to flatter you. I'm not saying it to sugarcoat. I think you know by now I don't sugarcoat things. I'm saying it because I truly know. The difference between everything you want and where you are now is this. So let's talk about some ways to do it, shall we? Thank you so much for bringing that up.
Okay, so I'm sure you saw the moment where Tanu said something that could have thrown me off. I was on a train of thought and I all of a sudden needed to know her name. I'd forgotten her name. She told me in the beginning and I asked her and she called me out on it. In this moment, I was able to go through an internal process that I usually go through that allows me to respond quickly to situations in communication. I've been studying human dynamics for years so that when things happen, I don't always answer things perfectly and I make mistakes like anyone does, but I'm able to recover quickly and I've learned how to deal with situations in real time, in the moment, so that I really am able to control the dynamic. My brother noticed this when I was on a show called Elvis Duran. I still do the show from time to time. After the show was finished, he called me up and he said, I knew exactly what you were doing in the first 5 minutes. He said, you walked into that room and you completely owned the room somehow. You had all of these experienced hosts, but you had a way of creating this real warm energy where you got people on side. And he said, I knew exactly what you were doing as you were doing it. He ended up writing a document called The First 5 Minutes, which was kind of an expose on what I was doing there, which pointed out things that no one would ever normally see. They were things that were going on beneath the surface that other people wouldn't recognize. And he literally wrote a document detailing these things that I did in the first 5 minutes. Because in his words, what he said was, I want to share this with other people because other people think you're so great with people. They think this just comes naturally to you and they don't realize that there's actually things you're doing that I can break down by process that other people can follow. So it was a little embarrassing when he wrote this, and I was a little bit nervous about sending it out there to the world because the reality is these are things that are personal to me. They're things I've been using for years to do what I do, and I felt a little bit naked with him saying all of these things. But the reality was when we did release this document, it helped thousands upon thousands of people, and we had essays from people talking about just how much it had helped them. So I want to make you aware of this because you may not have downloaded this yet. You may be new to what we do or you may have missed it at the time. It's called The First 5 Minutes. And if you want to go and download it, you can go to howtogettheguide.com/behind the curtain. It's an easy document to get through, but it's something that's very powerful, and my brother has done an amazing job of it. My brother's Steve Hussey, by the way, in case you don't know him. He's a writer who writes amazing content for what we do, but I think this may be one of the best things he's ever done for us. It's something that will genuinely help you in all of your interactions with people. Imagine every room you walk into, whether it's a first date, whether it's a business meeting, whether it's a dinner table with your friends where you want to tell a great story. Imagine you can walk in and own the room in the first 5 minutes. So go to howtogettheguide.com/behind the curtain and download that guide right now. It's completely complimentary. You won't pay a penny for it, but it's something that you can use today to get better results with people all over your life. I often get asked if I have anything outside of love life stuff. This is it. This is something that will improve your abilities with everyone across the board. So go check it out. We'll link it up after the video as well.